I'm reviewing two products, but the first product I'm going to be reviewing is the FOGO Premium Lump Charcoal. This is my first time ordering this. I've always pretty much used raw oak. I've used Cowboy. I've used some B&B, but I heard a lot of good reviews on this charcoal, so I wanted to give it a try. I went over to their website and picked it up for about 45 bucks. So it's not too bad. Very heavy bag. And what I want to do today is just show you some of the sizes of the charcoal, and then I'm also going to show you my method of getting it lit inside of my big green egg. So let's get started. This is the first piece that I pulled out. It's probably about a hand-sized piece. Smells really good, smells natural, no chemicals. If you can get a look inside the bag here, you'll kind of see what kind of pieces that it came with. This is just a very top piece off the top of the bag. So I'm going to start loading my big green egg here, and then we'll get it lit and we'll go from there. So I'm going to start with some of the bigger chunks and just make me a base. I didn't want to just pick the bag up and pour it in, but I'm going to use all of the FOGO lump of this charcoal today to do this brisket on. My first initial reaction was, once they delivered the bag, was that it was definitely a very heavy bag. Packaging was well. Bag is made out of some type of like burlap sack. It came boxed and cushioned very well, so good job to them for the way that they packed and shipped. Initially, straight off when I opened it, I did like the size of the chunks, but as you can see here, I'm not really getting pieces that are too big, but definitely some nice pieces in the inside. I'm very eager to see how this is going to burn and how much ash it's going to produce at the end. And if you remember me saying I was going to review two different products today, first being the FOGO lump, and the next product, as you can see here, I'm going to be reviewing the Kick Ash basket for the extra large big green egg. This is going to be my first time using this device as well. But I will do a review on that one tomorrow after I get done with the brisket and the cook. So, still going in. I'm gonna probably load it up to the top of the basket, because along with the brisket, I'm gonna have a couple of small beef ribs on the side as snacks, because I know that this is gonna be a pretty long cook. Fairly decent pieces. I have to say that I'm not as impressed as I thought by looking at a lot of reviews as far as how huge the pieces are. I mean, again, about a hand-sized piece. Most of them, haven't seen anything too bigger than my hand. But smells really good. Smells, to me, just the initial smell of it, smells really clean. I know I picked up some other lump charcoal, and sometimes it kind of has maybe a chemical smell or some type of ignition smell, but this one here just smells really clean. Chunks seem to be getting smaller as I get midway down the bag. Look in the bag. If you look down inside the bag now, I just took the top off the bag, and as you can see, chunks are definitely starting to get a little bit smaller. So, I'm not really sure price-wise, because it is kind of an expensive charcoal. So I'm not really sure price-wise the sizes or whatnot. Maybe later I'll do a review of the FOGO compared to some of the other leading brands, but right now it seems pretty good. So I got it filled up to the top of the basket. That's pretty much, I may put a couple more pieces in there. That's pretty much all I'm going to use today. I'm going to be smoking this brisket using post oak wood that I got shipped in from Texas. I love the way post oak tastes on brisket, so I'll be using that, and just that, maybe 2 sticks of that. And once I get it started, then we'll go from there. I'm very eager to see how hard it is to light. I know it feels very dense. not as airy as the Royal Oak and the Cowboy that I've used in the past. So I'm thinking it's going to be a harder light. I'm going to be using a loop lighter today to light it. And I'm also eager to see what type of ash it's going to produce after the cook. Again, this should be an 11-hour cook, 12-hour cook. I'm going to keep the egg between 225 and 250 and just see where it goes. Again, I have between an 8 and a 9 pound brisket. So with that being said, let's get to the lighting. So if you looked at any of my other videos, you know I've already reviewed the loop lighter before. I'm still using it. It's my primary way of lighting my grill right now. Love it, awesome device. I see that Big Green Egg has the Igniter, which is kind of the same style, but it's a little bit of a curved edge, and they also have a toggle that you can switch between hot and the fan. So I may pick up one of those just to do a review and see how it goes. But let's see how long it takes to light from here. So just like anything else, I'm gonna just get right here on the side. I'm gonna hold it down until I see some sparks, and then once I see sparks, I'll back it up and go from there. Usually about a minute. Usually about a minute to a minute and a half before I see sparks, especially when I'm waiting for the loop lighter to warm up. After a couple of passes, because I usually light about 3 spots in the grill, it usually lights a little bit quicker, maybe about 45 seconds. But the first initial light kind of takes a while. Come in a little bit closer. As you can see, I'm already seeing a couple of sparks. I'm gonna hold it there just a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna start backing it up. All right. Probably been almost about a minute now. So my initial smell of the FOGO lump burning smells really good. I mean, it smells just as if I was burning wood. Has kind of a, I would say an oak smell almost. Reminds me of an outdoor camp or open flame. Definitely not a chemical smell. Very earthy, very wood, a typical barbecue wood smell. So just that quick, it's already lit. Have a good flame going. Like I said, I like to do a couple of spots here and there. So I start in the center, and I'm going to work my way around the outside and just get a couple more spots lit. Then from there, once the coals catch up and the grill gets on temperature, and I see that they're white and ashing over, I'll add my wood, and I'll wait for the smoke to turn clean, and then that's when I'll put the brisket on. I got the